Jamie and Aaron since we shared the same bed. Coming up, I shouldn't say that. Your next comedian of the evening, we're still going to try to keep it to the 90 minutes total. Holy shit. Your next comedian of the evening, absolutely one of my favorite people on the scene, always smiley and bubbly. If there's more people on the scene like her, I wouldn't hate people so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the hilarious Carrie Coughlin.
I'm not the only one coming up. That's what I was going to say. All right, friends, folks, for those who don't want to be that intimate with me, I have to say that there are too many medication commercials. A sickening number, really. I'm sickened. Not a room for puns, I see. All right. I personally feel like they're a little bit arrogant. Like with the unsolicited advice that they give you right at the end of every commercial. Ask your doctor if live truly is right for you. First of all, presumptuous to assume that I have a doctor. This is America. Healthcare is a privilege, if you're going to say anything. Hot takes this evening. Also, I love the idea of me being the one who's in charge of what pills I'm supposed to be taking. I love the idea of waltzing into my doctor's appointment, walking over to my doctor and being like, you know, I think Live Truly is right for me, based upon ads that I'm seeing between reruns of The Price is Right. Like, we're talking Bob Barker Price is Right, not even like Drew Carey Price is Right. There's some dust on these episodes. I think I would be a little bit less irritated by these commercials and their unsolicited advice and arrogance if I maybe saw a little bit more variety in what I was seeing, medication commercials. Maybe you guys are correctly targeted, but I'm always seeing ads for things like, I don't know, erectile dysfunction, lots of birth control, Crohn's disease. Like, I know sex sells, but come on. Crohn's disease, like, people with that don't need to be reminded of how shitty their lives are, okay? I think we're ripe for, like, a new sort of medication commercial. Imagine if there was a commercial for sleep paralysis medication. Do you guys know what sleep paralysis is? Oh my god, terrifying. For anybody in the audience who maybe is not as familiar with the symptoms of sleep paralysis include terrifying hell visions of an actual demon who can take your breath away, usually sitting on your chest, which I love as a detail. I don't personally have sleep paralysis. I always thought it was fake. I thought it was for movies. But I have some friends who suffer from it. It's attached to like depression and anxiety, which I'm sure none of us are familiar with after 2 years of a pandemic. So watch out. So I think, first of all, medication for sleep paralysis doesn't exist yet. I love, the way I found this out was actually being like horrified by my friend's story, Googling sleep paralysis cure out of my own compassion. Because apparently I'm a doctor now. And discovering lots of articles that are read this way. Oh, are you experiencing hallucinations of a demon in your sleep? Have you considered being more chill about it? Which I love. I love that as an idea, but I don't. Because that's a real thanks I'm cured situation, you know what I mean? So I have been cooking up some ideas for what a sleep paralysis medication would look like, what an ad for it would look like, because apparently I'm bored enough to be thinking of commercials, not even actual television at this point. Which, it's a real doozy, guys, okay? So let's imagine First of all, you have a woman locked in a dead stare with her sleep paralysis demon. The bedroom's dark. You can see just both of their eyes in this commercial. Thank you. The soundtrack is a bit of a high static whine, you know? To really get you in that unsettled feeling, that eerie feeling. Our narrator comes over the top. Look familiar? Guess what? That demon, for all the sleep paralysis sufferers, a lot of them at least, in the captive audience would look familiar. Because a lot of sleep paralysis demons are actually common to several people. You're learning something tonight. I look like a professor for a reason. And I love this idea of so I feel right in that one bit. You have something that's right for a 30-second character arc between this woman and her sleep paralysis demon. You know what I mean? So from here, that's life without Beezelbia. Oh, by the way, that would be what the medication is called, Beezelbia. And if you're in the audience going, Carrie, is that a reference to the famed demon Beezelbia? You're right, you beautiful sluts. You're so smart. So Beezelbia, life without Beezelbia would be this terrifying moment with this woman, right? Like post-Beezelbia, it would dissolve in the commercial into a scene of a frolicsome meadow. This woman hand in hand with her sleep paralysis demon, you know what I mean? It's beautiful, they're friends now. The soundtrack being, of course, going from the wine to Wham's Wake Me Up Before You Go. Which, if you're not familiar, it's a fantastic song. And Jitterbug. So then our narrator comes back, and instead of all this fear, he says, fear, no more fear, just friendship. No more panic, no more paralysis, just prancing. Beezelbia. May cause restless leg syndrome. That's the end of the commercial. You guys have been a delight. My name's Carrie Coughlin.